Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart, and we'll start by mapping out the current range. And as you can see, we did retrace back down into discount. Obviously, when the seller stepped back in, now buyers starting to step back in, possibly forming this area of demand here. If prices can close above this area, we'll be looking for any type of bullish momentum to pick up and target the highs of the overall range. That's of course if DXY does start to retrace back down, but right now looking to take out any of the liquidity sitting over these highs. Once prices do start to push higher, it's just a manipulation wick. So we're looking at these highs to be taken out. As like I said, prices have retraced back down to discount up to the overall string structure, starting to break out a bullish internally also, and then once this high, maybe a couple other highs start to be taken out, looking at fractal structure, internal fractal structure bullish, internal structure bullish, swing structure bullish, looking to take any type of buying opportunity once the momentum does pick back up. GBP USD, let's go ahead and map out the current range, and this has been a lot more bearish than Euro USD. As you can see, we are consolidating at this low, at this higher low. And like I said, this also just depends on what DXY with the dollar index does. This also forming some type of area of demand, even though it's just consolidating sideways, closing above this high. It's liquidity sitting over these highs, just like with Euro USD. Technically, just trading sideways, kind of making a higher low, but prices continue to push back down into this range. So basically, just consolidating down here, where this higher low is, expecting any type of news to push prices higher, but GBP is a little weaker than the other pairs that are paired with USD. So could possibly go ahead and break this higher low. We'll just wait to see any type of fundamental news. If it can start targeting the highs, just like we expect from the other US dollar pairs. AUD USD, let's go map out the current range. It looks like this has formed another spring. Waiting to see if momentum can pick up to the upside. Like I said before, this was the spring from this other structure. Like all spring. Now it may be forming another accumulation. This could be the spring liquidity sweep under these lows to push prices higher and form another range structure higher than these highs that were previously formed. Waiting to see if momentum, if these buyers that step back in here in discount can push these prices and start taking out some of these highs over these highs. But technically, the swing structure is bullish. Like I said, came back down to discount, came back down to this area of demand, and buyers step back in, started to push higher. It has to, like I said, have to take some of these highs before I get involved. We're looking at a type of buying opportunity to take prices to the take prices higher and take out the high of the overall range. Now swing structure bullish. We're looking to take out the highs to make fractal structure bullish. Internal structure, this forms and stays a higher low. Then we'll be on our way to take out the highs of the overall range, and the internal structure will be bullish. NZD USD, let's go map out the current range. As prices continue to push down, so step back in, push past this area of demand, still in this area of demand, just like with AUD USD. But prices continue, sellers continue to push prices down with supply being in control. But recently, buyers may have stepped back in, looking to see if this would target the lows of the overall range, see if it will be taken out. But it hasn't. Buyers, like I said, buyers step back in, start taking out some of these highs. Well, this high. So we make this a higher low, and this high gets taken out. Looking at internal structure being bullish, swing structure bullish, and fractal structure bullish. But right now, waiting to see if momentum can pick up to the upside, start taking out some of these highs and liquidity sitting over them, and take out this high. Then we're looking at any type of opportunity to buy and take out the highs of the overall range. But right now, just waiting out to see if any decision is going to be made. This could be, like I said, the higher low from this demand area and from discount, which would make sense to target the highs of the overall range. But I'd like to see some of these highs get taken out first. GBP AUD, we'll map out the current range. And like I was saying last week, since prices did break past these lows, you can view this as the 4-hour range, with this being the high, the lower high that broke the lows of this overall structure. But prices did come back into the overall structure, into the range. So I'm gonna keep it like this for now. And like I was saying, the prices could go ahead and retrace back to this area, to this trend line, and it actually did. And prices, sellers reacted from it. You could have caught this on the way back down. Once it reacted from this trend line, because it has been a strong area where buyers and sellers react to. We'll see if it happens again, but for overall structure, swing structure has been bearish. Finally broke down, buyers stepped back in once the lows were taken out. It looks like it swept those lows, and then obviously, like I said, just reacted from this trend line once again. So only looking for any type of selling opportunities unless it starts to break further past this, because if it does, well, like I was saying with the 4-hour structure, even if you do view this as the current structure, then it did tap right into, that was the selling opportunity. It did tap right into premium, did tap into that trend line. So only looking for any type of selling opportunity. Once this low gets taken out, only be looking at starting to low, so they will all range. As prices continue right now, if prices continue to break out past this trend line, past this high, then that will be an internal structure. It will be bullish, which is in opposition to these overall swing structure. So, but only looking for any type of selling opportunities. But if it does start to push up, then I'll be waiting out to see if there's any momentum shift back down. GBP NZD, let's go and map out the current range. This continues to squeeze sideways, continue to consolidate sideways. Obviously, prices had to continue to come back into the premium, waiting to see if it had the same reaction as GBP AUD. But now just continue to trade sideways. It continues to squeeze. Now looking at an opportunity, unless momentum picks up in either direction, doesn't look like it's following. Unlike GBP AUD, which did come back down, take out that trend line, and then take out the lows of the overall range, and then retrace back. GBP NZD a little bit stronger, a little bit bullish. Buys are still here, breaking structures to the upside, but still getting stopped out. Didn't come back into premium this time, but still just obviously squeezing. Pretty soon it's going to make a decision on which way it's going to go. But right now, just sitting out of this particular pair until there's a decision made, because you can see it going anyway. If price can come back into premium and start making higher highs, start making treadway, then we'll be taking out these highs of the overall range. But if not, then they'll follow suit, just like with GBP AUD, and start taking out these lows, liquidity sitting on these lows, and start targeting this trend line and the lows of the overall range. So just sitting out and waiting for any opportunity to present itself. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.